Hey everyone, welcome back to Tour Validated. Today we're doing an updated what's in the bag. We've played some rounds now with what we had before. We've made some adjustments, and you're gonna see some stuff in this bag that might have been there for a long time and worked its way out, and now we're talking back in the bag. But before we get into it, I just wanna thank Fairway Jockey, our sponsor for the show. Make sure to utilize promo code TV10. It's gonna give you 10% off your entire purchase. That's anything from shafts, club heads, accessories, training aids, anything you need to play better golf. Head over to fairwayjockey.com. Again, use TV10 and get yourself dialed in. First up, we have the driver. We have the TaylorMade Sim. This is the original version. It's at 9 degrees. I have it turned down 2 clicks, and we're playing it in the Ventus Blue 6X. This was a driver I was fit for back in 2019, and it's kind of stood the test of time. I've tried to get into other drivers. I haven't had the success I've had with this. This just provides a very consistent ball flight. It provides a little left-right ball flight, super consistent. You've seen players like Colin Morikawa and Dustin Johnson switch back into this driver, I think because of the consistency. So it's been an awesome product for me, and one that's gonna stay there for some time. Like I said, every year I'm gonna try and work my way out of it and see if something's better, but if I can't find it, there's no shame in just staying in what you know works. It's really important to pay attention to the shaft. The Ventus 6X has been one that's very successful for me. As we work down, this is a new one this year. This has been an absolute game changer for me. A 3-wood is so important in the bag. This is the Ping G430 Max. It's at 15 degrees, and I have the new Ventus TR Blue 7X in this. This here has been very consistent, and one thing that I want to mention with a 3-wood is you're really looking to hit a number. There's been 3-woods I've played in the past to see how far I could get it, and I've got some 3-woods out there that go almost as far as my driver. The reason I really like this 430 Max is it provides a very consistent ball flight. I'm able to hit fairways, but there's a lot of control, so I know exactly how far I'm hitting it. Something to pay attention to, and again, that leads back to the shaft and head combination. You're paying attention to the lofts and making sure those spin variables are where they should be. Next up, the old trusty hybrid. I've tried to fit out of this for some time. I tried to get into the new Ping G430 hybrid this year, which was awesome. I've tried to go into driving irons, but this Ping G410 hybrid at 19 degrees has been absolutely awesome for me. I use it around the greens. It's very consistent into the greens. I chip with it, I do all of it. It's really, truly exactly what it is. It is a hybrid, it does it all. I have the Acra FX 300H. This is an M5, just an awesome club. I think everyone should consider playing something older if it works for them, but pay attention again to the shaft. Next up, we have the Strixon ZX7 Mach 2. We're playing these for the pitching wedge, and we're playing them in the Dynamic Gold Tour Issue X100 shafts. This is a new shaft for me. It's one I played in college, and I've kind of worked my way away from, but now as I've progressed in my golf game, worked my way back into them. They provide a little bit different feel than the previous shafts I was playing, which was the KBS Money Taper 130s. And they are that anti-left option. So if you're looking at this bag so far, you'll notice a lot of what I'm doing is anti-left. I like to see it move left to right. And that leads back to shaft. You gotta make sure what you're playing is gonna promote the ball flight you're looking for. When we look at the head, I really love the way these interact with the turf and the way that they feel. So you get a premium forged feel. They have a stronger loft like my previous set, which was the Titleist T100S irons, which have been awesome. But the feel of these, for me, has just been unmatched. I really love the way they feel and the way they launch. It's been a very consistent ball flight for me, but also looking at the gapping throughout the bag, very consistent. So I'm getting enough height in my long irons to play it all the way to a 4-iron, and I'm not hitting the pitching wedge too far where it starts to gap off my lower wedges. When we look into the wedges, I have new wedges in there this year. I'm playing the Titleist Vokey SM9 wedges. I have it in a 50 degree at 12 degrees of bounce in the F grind. The 56 degree, which I have new for this year in the D grind, provides me a little bit more manipulation around the greens. I like to open the face, so the way that this sole is cambered here, it allows me to open and close the face to hit different shots, which I really appreciate. And then when we look into the 60, I'm playing the low bounce K grind. This was one that Parker McLaughlin provided to me, and it's been a really awesome addition to the bag. I've got a lot of bounce here when I hit it square, but when I open it up, I have even more bounce, but I can, manipulate this around. It's been a really nice wedge for me. All the wedges are being played in the Dynamic Gold Tour Issue S400 shafts, and obviously a shaft that's tour proven, consistent feel. We got a lot of weight, so it's really consistent in the hands. Provides that ball flight that you're looking for. So overall, the wedges have been really nice. It's always important to update those wedges to make sure you're getting enough spin. I did a video on the spin differences between my old wedges and these, and we saw a nice little uptick in spin, which brings the launch down a little bit, get a little bit more spin. So something to pay attention to. Make sure you're updating those wedges when you see those grooves start to wear down a little bit. And last but not least, this was an interesting one, and I'm not going to say it wasn't influenced a little bit by Ricky Fowler and Wyndham Clark and Keegan Bradley and all the success the Versa putter had. We've got the Versa 1W. It's a blade, and we've put some work into this one. Anytime you see lead tape on a putter, you can tell someone spent some time with it. This here, I got a little lead tape on there, a hand-drawn alignment aid, and we've got the Super Stroke arm lock grip. Something I've never utilized before. It was a putter that I had built up. I've had this since, I don't know, 2012. I think I purchased this actual putter head. We put some work into it and we put this arm lock grip in there. It's been sitting in my garage for some time. We started to see the recent success with the Versa putter and I had to bring it out and check it out. So I've played a few rounds with this and I've been really impressed with the consistency. I've never used something that's anchored to my wrist or broomstick or anything like that. You know, this provides a lot of consistency, especially when you're getting those pressure putts where you start to feel a little uncomfortable. So I'm a bit of a streaky putter. This has been one that made me a lot more consistent. So super impressed with that. That's unbelievable. If you haven't tried something like that, make sure you check out. Putters are so finicky, and when you find one you really like, I have a feeling this one's going to be here to stay. A couple important pieces of equipment. We're going to start here with the rangefinder. I use the Bushnell V5 Shift. Obviously a tour-proven rangefinder, does everything you need to do and more. Added a little feature myself. Bushnell, you can take this if you want. Put a little piece of Velcro on your rangefinder. It's going to stick to your cart. You can then stick your glove to it, keep the glove dry. You're welcome. Something to add. Think about that. And then last up, obviously one of the most important pieces of equipment in any golf bag is going to be the golf ball. This has been a ball I've switched to and played now for a little while. It is the Titleist Pro V1. It's this season, so it's provided everything I need to do. It's obviously something you really need to pay attention to when you're playing a golf club. So understanding not only your golf clubs, but the ball you utilize to get the characteristics you're looking for, it's a complete package, something you really need to pay attention to. So I appreciate you tuning in. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and check out Fairway Jockey. Like I mentioned before, we're gonna put everything that's in this bag in the description. You can check all that out, from shafts to heads to different combination. And we'll see you again next time. Thanks for tuning in.